In this video, we will solve problems 5 through 8. Starting with number 5, we have 261 times 76. So I'm going to draw my box out, separate it into 3 sections. I have 261 up top, because I have 3 place values in each of those numbers. This is 200, this is 60, this is 1 because of the place value that they're in. And I have 76 along the side because there's a 7 in the tens place is worth 70. 6 is in the ones place is worth 6. So I have 200 times 70. 2 times 7 is 14. And I have 1, 2, 3 zeros in my factors. So I need 1, 2, 3 zeros in my product. 60 times 70, 6 times 7 is 42. Zeros, I have 2 zeros in my factor, so I need 2 zeros in my product. And then 70 times 1, anything times 1 is always that same number, so it's 70. I have 200 times 6, 6 times 2 is 12, plus my 2 zeros from my factors, 2 zeros in my product. 60 times 6, 6 times 6 is 36, plus 1 more 0, and then 6 times 1 is 6. Now I need to add, these are all partial products, I need to add all my partial products together. So I have 14,000 plus 4,200, check those off, plus 70. Check that off. Plus 1,200. Check that off. Plus 360. Oops, I drew my plus sign too far down. 7 and 6 is 13. 1 and 4 is 5. Plus 3 more is 8. 9. And check that off. Plus 6 more. So I have 19,836 as my answer. And that was number 5. All right, looking at number 6. I have 667 times 89. So I have 667. And I have 89 over here. 600 times 80, 8 times 6, 48. And I have 1, 2, 3 zeros. 60 times 80, 6 times 8, or 8 times 6 is 48, 2 zeros. Then I have 80 times 7. 8 times 7 is 56, with 1 more 0 there. I have 600 times 9. 9 times 6 is 54. And I have 1, 2 zeros there. I have 60 times 9. 9 times 6 again is 54. I have 1 0 there. And then I have 7 times 9. 7 times 9. So I could do my 9s trick again if I wanted to. I showed you guys that in the first video. Where you put up 10 fingers and you count from left to right. You count, or excuse me, from right to left, and you count and you put down your 7th finger. When you do that, you should get an answer of 63. If you don't know that trick, we can learn it more in class. I don't know that the first video was very clear in showing it. 48,000, because I need to add all my partial products, plus 4,800. Check those 2 boxes off. Plus 560. Plus 5,400. And that's an 8. Plus 504. Oops, wrong place value. 540. I put that in the wrong place, guys. There's nothing there. 6 and 4 is 10, 8 and 5 is 13, 8 and 1 is 9, so 59,300 plus 63. So we end up with 59,363 as our final answer for number 6. Okay, moving on to number 7. We have 360 times 11. So for this one, although we have 3 place values, there's nothing in the ones place, so we could technically separate this just into 2 boxes and put 300 here and 60 here. Then across here we have 11, so we have a 10 in the tens place and a 1 right there in the ones place. So 300 times 10, 3 times 1 is 3, add 3 zeros. 60 times 10, 6 times 1 is 6, add my 2 zeros. 300 times 1, anything times 1 is that same number. And 60 times 1, anything times 1 is that same number, 60. So I'm going to add those together. 3,000 plus 600 equals 3,600. Check those off. Plus 300 more equals 3,900. Plus 60. 3,960 is my final answer for number 7. Okay. And now let's look at number 8. Number 8 has 631, so I have 3 place values again that I have to separate into. 631, because all of my place values have a value. Separate this over. 43, because that's my second factor right there. 600 times 40. 4 times 6 is 24, plus 3 zeros, because 3 zeros are in my factors. 40 times 30. 3 times 4 is 12, plus 2 zeros. And then 40 times 1. Anything times 1 is always going to be that same number you started with, so that equals 40. 600 times 3. 3 times 6 is 18, plus 2 more zeros. And then 30 times 3. 3 times 3 is 9, plus 1 more zero. 3 times 1, anything times 1 is always that same number, so that's 3. Come down here and add all my partial products together. I have 24,000 plus 1,200. Okay, added those, check them off. Plus 40. Check it off. Plus 1,800. Okay, check that off. Plus 90. And then finally add my last little 3 there. I get 27,133 as my answer to number 8. And that's the end of this session.